Hello, and welcome to another update video on Solana. I'm here on the daily time frame for Sol, and the pressure remains clearly still towards the downside. We have now reached the next support level, the previous swing low, which formed here around the 2nd of August. That's an important one. I mentioned it already, I think a couple of weeks ago. I made a video to introduce these additional lower support regions, and we did that together. So that was all explained in a video, how these appeared, where these come from, what wave structures they are related to. And so it remains my view that this $150 to $160 support region is a weak one. Yeah, it is a weak one. We might easily test the lower support. I think that is very likely. I shared my microstructure count earlier today on Discord already in our member area. And I highlighted that it would be quite likely, based on this wave count, that will go a little lower. I mean, to keep it very simple, it looks like this here was possibly a B wave top. Might even be here, but then the C wave would be very, very short if it already ended here. So a test of the lower support is very likely. It just is very likely. It is important, though, to understand that we're getting close to being oversold on the daily RSI. We're now in a region from where significant upside reactions formed in recent months. However, whenever we get oversold, I mean, it doesn't mean we immediately go to new highs, right? It could be like in February that we form another low, and this will build bullish divergences before then the price really turns around. Either way, an oversold region or an oversold reading on the daily RSI is typically interesting for most asset classes. Now, please remember, this is an altcoin and it depends to a degree on Bitcoin, so I would always pay attention to Bitcoin's RSI and structure as well. But as I explained in the Bitcoin video today, we're also getting close to being oversold on the daily. I mean, the 4-hour oversold is nice. I think it is that we have that already. Yeah, we do. But the daily being oversold is quite an interesting signal. So just wanted to highlight again, look, we have a previous swing low here, 2nd of August. It's now been reached. No real buy reaction. So depending on how the stock market performs today, crypto might be, again, continue to be a bit nervous. This is a zone from where we could see a recovery, even if just short term. A bounce between $150 to $160 would not be unusual. If we come down lower, then it'll be the area here around $126, $127 that we can pay close attention to. So this would be the lower support region, from where we can watch for a reaction. And again, the area around 126, June low, could also lead to a reaction. Now, looking at the shorter time frame then for Sol, if we look at the shorter time frame for Sol, then you can see that the market has held all resistances. I mean, if you watched the video yesterday, then you know that there was a resistance area. I can't remember where it was, but it certainly wasn't broken. So only with a break above resistance, we can actually expect a larger bounce to unfold. We talked about this support line here. It was reached, exact bounce from 156.50 from that August low, exact bounce. So the first resistance, is between 163.40 to 171.80. So I already just now showed you on the larger time frame how the roadmap into that lower support area could look like. And we are on our way, okay? Obviously, I can't ignore that this here is a support area, so a larger bounce might be possible from here. Not preferred. Orange count, A, B, C. Not preferred at this stage, but will become the preferred interpretation if we get a break above $171.80. But as long as we are below 171.80, the direct downside pressure remains very, very high. And either in the yellow or the blue scenario, lower prices remain very, very likely. It's just because we see, ongoing downside impulses here. And it's a bit difficult to count it from an Elliott Wave point of view because the microstructure is not very clear. But in the yellow count, this is an accelerated downside scenario. I don't think it'll necessarily play out because of the RSI and how it looks being oversold already. I think a larger bounce in between is likely at some point, and we can use the resistance levels that we have on the chart here to identify when a larger bounce, like the orange B wave, is likely playing out. But honestly, without getting a 5-wave move up, there is no sign that the bulls are taking the lead on the micro level, because this orange C wave up should also be 5 waves. So if we get the wave 1, which is a micro 5-wave move, and a wave 2, then this could be a setup for higher prices, at least in the short term in wave C. We are not clearly in a bear market yet, and therefore I think bullish reactions remain possible along the way. And it's just important to understand those key support levels from where that could happen. Yeah, I mean, I showed them to you. I showed you the support levels and the previous swing lows. So stay alert. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, then yeah, check out our X channel as well, where I covered today the Bitcoin microstructure in a video. Yesterday I shared all the chart parameters for this week. I think it was a good warning for anybody who is actively trading, watching the Bitcoin chart. So check it out. I'll leave a link in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.